Okay, so I want to talk about educational board games, card games, because this is a thing that I get a lot of requests for. And I'm not going to go over a bunch of games. I'm going to more go over how to buy games from your perspective, because I'm going to ask you some questions. So let's say you come in and you say, I want a game for math for my kid. I'm going to ask a follow up question of, do you want a game where math is the main point of the game, or a game that happens to have math in it? And really what I'm asking is direct versus indirect learning stuff. My background is educational board games, card games, and I find that there are games that directly apply math, like Proof, where you put cards together to make equations, very much on that direct style of gameplay, where the main crux of the game is, do I do math good or bad? Cool. While something like No Thanks has math in it, is very much math focused, but my success in the game isn't determined on my math skills necessarily. It's more like value assessment. So let's use another example. Let's talk about these nature challenge cards. They're basically like trivia cards where you can play different games. So we've got horses, a direct game where I am very much learning about horse trivia and learning about that. Super great. While something like Concept for Kids is basically charades, but without looking like a fool, where we're describing animals. So indirect versus direct. And a lot of the games that I have would get kids excited about a topic that may not be about the game. So trekking, for example, is about national parks. In the game, your knowledge of national parks does not determine your success or failure. It is a good game independent of the theme of national parks. Are you going to learn about national parks? Yes, there's trivia in here. There is interesting facts and figures and all of that stuff that may get you to look up things about the national parks later after the game. Or evolution, where we're playing as a different type of species. Why do species need to adapt over time? Ooh, these are interesting questions that lead to other learning prompts. So when you're buying a game about education, you have to ask yourself, do I want to practice a skill like Zingo, where we're working on words? Or do we want to play a fun game that happens to have that skill in it, like Rory's Story Cubes, where we're rolling dice and making up stories? There's a lot of games in front of me, ranging in different topics. And this isn't all the educational games that I have in the store. If you're looking for anything particular, like a particular skill or a particular idea, let me know. Write in the comments, send me a message via email, games@grtoys.com. And if you want more videos about like play theory, here's your fancy word for the day, ludology, the study of play, why and how we play. That's my academic background. Feel free to ask me those questions too. Other than that, have a super day, and bye now.